Hi parents, my name is Nathan Dewey. I teach your students in ninth grade history, and the big thing that's coming up on their calendars in history is the Manor Fair. It's a big project, it's this collaborative project that we kick off the fourth quarter with that is really challenging for a lot of students, but usually it's often a lot of fun. I want to give you some highlights so you kind of understand where we're going. I've left some links in the email that I sent you along with this video that should give you some of the finer details if you have questions. But in general, the overall goal of this project is basically for students to experience true interdependence. That's how the Middle Ages worked. For a society to function, for these manors to work, people had to work together and collaborate on a massive scale. And many students don't really experience this. Our group projects tend to be, the one kid carries the weight for the other three kids in the group. But this is meant to be collaborative on such a scale that they really will experience true interdependence like they would in a job someday, where they can't do everyone's job for them, where they have to count on other people to pull their weight and have to navigate the conflict of, hey, teammate, pull your weight, help us out here. That's a major goal for them to experience. And it's meant to give them real life social dynamics practice where they have to navigate conflict, navigate disagreement, discuss ideas, get feedback, put ideas out there and tweak them and have other people tweak their ideas. It's meant to give them a lot of real life experience in the same way that it's also helping them understand how the Middle Ages worked and kind of seeing how this was such a rich time in history. Now your role as parents is a couple. First, we'd love to have you come on Wednesday, April 10th. It's when we're going to have the culminating product, the digital stuff that we've created, the hands-on stuff that we created. Usually there's food and costumes and a whole transformation of some of the rooms here at Grace. That's Wednesday, April 10th from about 1:30 to 3:15. If you could make some time in your schedule, that would be fantastic. Also, as part of this Manor project this year, students are going to be making fictitious Twitter accounts as someone from the Middle Ages. You might want to hop on and you can follow some of what they post about the different things that they're experiencing and doing as they walk through and live through the Middle Ages. That might be interesting for you to see from your students or even their friends or fellow Manor members. Finally, I want to just encourage you and challenge you. A lot of students really, at different times of this project, will come home probably sharing with you some points of stress and difficulty. They haven't had group projects like this before to this level. And so it can be really, really challenging. And it can be even sometimes frustrating. And I want to encourage you to have a listening ear, to be supportive, but to try not to rescue them, to try to some degree to let them navigate some of that conflict and to come up with some of their own ideas and not solve the problems for them, but help them to solve their problems. That's part of what makes this such a rich experience, is going through that. Every year I do have to sit down and mediate conflict between different Manor members and try to help them figure out how are we going to work together, even if we don't see eye to eye. And it's really, really healthy and a growing experience. And it's definitely something I think will help benefit them later in life. So your encouragement is necessary, but don't feel like you need to rescue them. Some of that stress is a little bit part of it. And be aware as the calendar turns from March to April, there might be some more things they're gearing up for as we get closer to April 10th. So you'll know what's coming. Thanks so much, parents. As always, email me, ask me questions you have, and we're glad you support us here at Grace Christian School.